Well, we had lots of varied discussions, and what was really interesting was the different stages that people were at with their Myplace projects. Some people had been open 2 years, some 6 months, some got the keys last week, and some are due to open in a few months' time. And I think it's fair to say that there was general agreement that people were very good at writing the bid and managing the development and getting staff moved in and young people on the door. But what the concern seems to be was actually measuring that impact, and outputs are very easy. That's just numbers, people coming in, how many people have come in, what community groups are they from. But there was concern about the actual measurement of the impact that interventions are having with young people and what the best way forward is. There were examples of good practice. We had the examples from the 3 experts in terms of what they were doing, and we had Chris from Sheffield Hallam University talking about the 6-month project. And I think that even though that was really useful, people would perhaps have liked there to have been a set format, perhaps given out by BIG, that made it a little bit easier. So we've got the end of grant reports and the end of year reports. They're a set format, and I think people were a little bit nervous about just starting down a path and doing their own monitoring and evaluation of impact without there being a set format. But I think the message from today really has been that there are lots of tools out there. There isn't going to be a set format necessarily. People need to be sharing ideas, and I think the idea of the Myplace network and the steering group, I think, does need to look at that when we evaluate the conference. We need to be looking at if there are packages and tools that we can buy to help us monitor impact effectively. Do we do that in collaboration? Do we pool some funding and pay someone to come into support centres? Do we pool funding and buy appropriate software that will help us do that more effectively? So I think the positive thing from today has been about, let's share good practice, but also let's look at the future and look at ways that we can work together to make sure that this impact is monitored, because it's vital if we're going to keep getting the revenue coming in to sustain the centre. So it can't be the last piece of the jigsaw and forgotten or done badly. It needs to be as effective as the marketing and all the other things.